Greetings and salutations. My name is Nikki. This is Midlife Adulting. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to talk a little bit about my health. It's fine. No, it's not fine. My diet is inadequate to maintain health. Let's put it that way. I am disappointed with myself, kind of the way I've approached health in the past, in my entire life, really. And I admit that I got caught up in body positivity and health at every size, and not like I feel like you should love your body regardless of the state it's in. I wish that I treated my body better. I do love my body. I love that it takes me for walks. My legs and my feet take me for walks. My back carries me upright. My arms lift things. Those are good, but my knees are weak. And there's a lot of fat around my middle. And I finally agreed to see a dietitian a couple years back, but not the medical side, because I wasn't sold on the different medicines that are available for myself. I'm not sold on GLP-1s. I'm not sold on medicine as a way to lose weight. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It does. I'm not saying that people don't get benefits from it. They do. I'm not saying that it's the wrong choice for anyone. It's not. If it's your choice and your body, then make that choice. But for me and myself, I'm feeling like I've let myself down in a couple of different ways. One, with my complete failure to nourish my body in a not a socially acceptable way, in a way that, gosh, and I hate the word nourish, and the whole thing sounds like I'm fat. I don't like being fat. I want to be skinny. I know being skinny is not an overnight thing. I know I might never get too skinny, and that's okay. I know that I eat entirely too much sugar, entirely too much processed foods, entirely too large portions. And those things are unacceptable right now for me. I don't get enough exercise. Health, fitness, I am slacking. I started watching Megan Ann after seeing John at Obese to Beast mention her channel, started following her, watched a little bit of Glitter and Lasers, and kind of stopped watching all of those channels for a while. And lately I have been getting into reaction channels that are reacting to Glitter and Lasers and Anna O'Brien and her current personal choices about her body, and her current narrative that she can't lose weight because all of her fat is lipidemic fat. I'm not going to get into that, but so I've been watching Shakara Transformations, and I've been watching Tiny Blue Anthropologist, and I've been watching Megan Ann sometimes. Anymore, I think I'm kind of veering away from her content right now, and there's no specific reason. She's not a bad creator. She does a great job. Just like I'm not watching Obese to Beast regularly anymore either. I go through phases. So I have in the back of my head lately, what would Shakara do? Now, I'm not saying that I know what she thinks. I can't say that I know her other than what she presents on her channel, right? But what I have seen reinforced over and over again is the message that it's willpower, it's smaller portions, it's whole foods. I mean, her dogs eat better than I do. And it's not hard. I just don't like to do it. And I feel like that's a crappy excuse for me right now at this stage of my life. So, last summer, I made it through day 36 of 75 hard. There's a lot of elements of 75 hard that I really liked. I liked the 2 workouts a day, one being has to be outside. It got me outside when normally I would have been like, oh, it's too cold. Oh, it's way too hot. Oh, it's raining. You know, it wasn't raining that hard. I made sure I had plenty of water with me, and I got out for a walk anyway. It never was too cold because it was summer, but it was a really warm summer at the time. And I really liked that you chose a diet. For me, it was food tracking, and that was it. Making sure I wrote down everything that I ate. You had to drink 64 ounces of water a day, a gallon of water a day. And those were things that really helped me. A couple of the other parts of the challenge that didn't serve me was the daily photo shot, the 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Not that those aren't bad things, but the things that I miss are the water, the workouts, and the food tracking. So today I made my first step in getting back to food tracking. I made a little mini zine, just with 7 days worth of tracking space. And I kind of was shocked. Only what I ate at work did I track because I forgot to bring it home. But I had 3 or 4 times the grams of net carbs that is my goal. My goal is 80 net carbs or lower. And I was literally in the 200 to 300s. And I don't feel like I ate a lot. But I had a Rice Krispie treat, a big one. I had a bag of Nerd gummy clusters. I had a straight Pepsi instead of a diet Pepsi. I didn't drink enough water by a long shot. I had 2 bottles of water today. Like, look, I haven't even finished this one. At least I can say I had 2 bottles of water now. I did mind my portion control when I got home and I had dinner with the kids. But I had mozzarella sticks. I had cheese. I had breaded cheese for dinner. That's 2 food groups, super processed, crap. It was junk food. And that's what I fed my kids. So I am going to work towards, because this isn't going to be an immediate change, but I kind of want to make it as an accountability part of the channel where I follow up. Maybe it's weekly, maybe it's daily. I really don't know how it's going to work with my health goals, my health and fitness goals. I don't want to turn this into a weight loss channel. Weight loss would be amazing, but so would being able to do proper squats. So would having a regular routine at the gym that I can go and do 3 days a week. Maybe I don't do 2 workouts every day, but maybe I do go for at least a light walk and do yoga every day. Maybe I do go to the gym in the morning. Maybe I start getting up, because now that, not that we're out of COVID times, but now that many services have gone back to the 24-hour status, my gym is now open 24 hours. And so I could go at 4 o'clock if I wanted, or 5 o'clock. And I could go like this, although I need socks and shoes. I can't go barefoot. I can't go in flip-flops. I think they frown on that. What else? So I want to, and this is not very specific, because mostly I have a voice that I imagine is someone like Alona at Shakara Transformations that is saying portion size, whole foods, count your macros, whatever, in the back of my head. Maybe I'm opening myself up to feedback that sometimes is delivered a little harsh, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm really just trying to get myself on track. And I have 3 years left in this decade, essentially. And I don't want to waste them. And I need to make exercise a habit, make healthy eating a habit, and I need to figure out how to prepare healthy foods in reasonable portions for my entire family. And maybe that means that they're easy and boring. But if easy and boring is what I can do and provide to them, and whether they come to the trough or not is, up to them, but it's the least I could do. So I am going to start a regular exercise, and I'm going to start, it's 9 o'clock. I'm not going to start tonight. That would be ideal. I am going to start tomorrow. I feel like I kind of started today by watching my portion control, at least. That was the least I could do. It was a sad attempt, but it was the least I could do. And I'm going to be harsh with myself. And I am going to hold myself accountable and do a review of whether it's actual numbers, whether it's a review of actual workouts, whether it's a review of whatever. And this doesn't mean, being harsh on myself doesn't mean I'm not going to have grace. You get sick, you need to rest. You overdo it one day, you take a break. You don't eat 100% on plan every single second of every single day. You have junk food once in a while, but the primary goal is a healthier lifestyle. So one of the things I mentioned earlier, I said I was kind of disappointed with myself with the route I've gone. I started seeing a dietitian, as I mentioned, a couple years ago. And I feel like I have wasted their time. And I know they're all like gentle parenting, like it's okay. You don't have to do all this 100% of the time. Well, that's not helping me. I need to be accountable. I need somebody, and really I'm the only one who can force that. I can't expect someone else to hold me accountable. It's not fair to them, and I can do better than that. But I feel like I've been wasting their time. And recently, the dietitian said, "Do you want to see a doctor about this?" Just realized I'm staring at the phone mount and not the like camera lens. Um, she's like, "Do you want to see a doctor?" And I didn't I didn't say no, and I should have. I don't want to take medicine to feel better. As it is, so I started with the doctor and I started taking phentermine, which is the not lethal part of fen-phen. I, or I don't even know if fen-phen's lethal. I just know it's not good and they don't give it to you anymore, but they do give you phentermine. So I started on that and I didn't really notice a difference. But have I been paying attention? No, because I've just been, pardon my French, fucking off and not trying. I've just been screwing around. So I went in for the med check and the doctor's like, "Did you notice anything?" I was like, "No, not really." And she's like, "Okay, well, we can double up on your dose. You started at a very low dose. And if you're still not noticing anything, then we can add another medicine to counteract one of the 2 antidepressant meds you're on, because that one has a side effect of weight gain." And suddenly I was like, I'm taking birth control to regulate my cycle because I cannot stand not knowing when it's coming. I am taking an antidepressant. I am taking another medicine that complements and helps with OCD. And now I'm taking the phentermine for the weight loss. And now she's talking about adding in another one or another 2. Like, I don't need 6 pills. I'm not 50 years old yet. I'm not saying it's okay once you're 50. I'm saying for myself, this is not cool. It is bad enough that I'm taking 4 meds regularly right now. 6 pills every morning. And not one of them is a multivitamin. I've got to get a decent multivitamin. And apparently the gummy ones don't get absorbed well, so I need to get one that's not a gummy. I'm going to figure this out. And I'm making it a priority now because I think I don't need to be taking the phentermine. I think I can do better controlling my food, do better tracking my food, do better. I can do better. And I'm not doing better, but I can. So that's what this is. It's a personal announcement that I felt was important for me to make so that I can say out there, this is my plan. And sometimes I'm going to screw up, but I'm going to try really hard to stick to things, even if in the middle of the day I'm not paying attention and I have a slip. That's not going to ruin the day. That's not going to make it okay to snowball and have like all of the bad things then. I'm going to stop bringing food that doesn't serve me into the office. I'm going to stop drinking straight soda. Realistically, me giving up soda is not a thing. Celsius is still going to be in my life, but I can stop drinking regular sodas. And I can start drinking 64 ounces of water, which, honest to goodness, because you have to go to the bathroom so much and because I hate, like, bladder control, not 100% around here, I won't have room for other liquids. That is the plan. That is the plan. That is my plan. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're not having a fantastic day, I hope you're having a good day. If you're not having a good day, I hope tomorrow's better. I hope my tomorrow is better. And I will see you next time.